Yes. I have asked, no, they have volunteered, kind of, in a way.
Twisted
In a way. Lyle Vance will lead us in a prayer, after which Brett Rhodey will lead us in the pledge. We will be praying. If anybody's uncomfortable with the prayer, you can step out and join us in a moment. Otherwise, wow.
Our Father in heaven, we come before Thee at the opening of this city council meeting. We're grateful for the opportunity to be in here and to be able to exercise our freedoms in this, our community. We're grateful to live in this community amongst great people, and this time I ask a blessing that we might be able to talk about those things that are concerning Tremonton City, that we'll make prudent and wise decisions for everyone, all the citizens involved. We're grateful again for the many opportunities Thou has given us, for being able to vote our conscience and being able to use it to use freedom to do whatever we want to do. We ask these things and say these things in the name of Thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Please repeat the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, do we have any conflicts of interest on anything that we're dealing with this evening? Okay. Agenda. Any questions on the agenda?
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda as stated.
Motion, motion made by Lyle, second by Diana. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of minutes of October 15th, 2019. Any questions on the minutes?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes on October 15th.
Motion made by
Second.
Lyle, second by Jeffrey.
He was saying all those things.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public comment time. This is a time for the public to address the council on your concerns or issues.
Is that me?
Now,
If you are are you the public?
We are today.
All
We are
right,
today.
go for it. We're allowed
Do you want to step here? Right there.
and announce yourself, and we're allowed 3 minutes.
Hey. I am Cammie Adams. I live the very last house in Tremonton, on just off 64 and 7600 West. The concern I bring is the lovely green waste fire that is going out there. Just some concerns is that us and those that it is affecting right now have some questions. What determined the burn and why? How do you plan to go forward from this burn that seemed to have not gone the way you thought it did to the future? And some of the decisions that affect us is that decision to burn that is now affecting families and homes that are right there. As I explained to Sean this morning, you guys might smell or see the consequences, but where our home is right in that little corner. And I've had to take my kids to doctors, and those that didn't have asthma and breathing issues are now having major breathing issues. We're having like albuterol and breathing treatments and things like that just from the smoke that comes around. My house, my home, I wish you could come and smell my coats just from leaving my house to my car. It is so intense that it is affecting everything, the furnace that comes in our home. So I guess my concern is, what is future plan for that? Where does it go? If we're gonna burn it, we gotta, what, is there a budget for different things like that? How do we address that coming up? And I know there's a lot in that area that are angry because it's affecting a lot of homes right there. But I'm not here to cause like a huge issue. We need to fix it for future, is what I'm saying. So, is it bad to say? I'm gonna take off my jacket and you can smell it. That's how bad it is, you know? And as I was talking to Sean this morning real quick, the wind pattern is different. There's a pattern during the day, in the morning, and at night. And at night is the worst. It comes in, it's about dark. And then it's so bad that it, like, you choke as you walk out. So I just bringing up some of those concerns, and when we have discussion time next meeting, I'd like to be part of that, if that's okay.
Thank you for coming. You know, we don't realize things unless people come and tell us, so we appreciate you coming.
Okay, thanks.
And we will not talk about it again tonight, but just for information, we're in the process of working on the fire. We realize that we may have made an error. The idea was good to begin with, but we perhaps made an error. It's really hard fire to put out, so they've been out. I went out and visited with them today. They're stirring it up. They're trying to, RUPS are coming in tomorrow with backhoe or a dozer to kind of loosen it up so it'll burn and turn out faster. And if whatever else we need to do, whether we have to add a little water to it to put it down. But it's in the process. We're trying to get it taken care of, okay?
Okay.
And I don't know, I can't give you a time or when this will be done by next Tuesday at 3 o'clock. I can't tell you that. But we're in the process of doing it. They were out with one of our pieces of equipment, stirring it up today, piling it up, trying to get it to, and it burned faster. And then maybe that's the key to it, to get it out of the way so it won't continue to smoke and smolder.
Right.
But they're in the process, okay? That's the best I can tell you.
I think it's a lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a tough one.
So,
Sorry you
That's-
guys.
Well, I think I don't know if I understand there, the concern is this gonna be, I didn't plan on saying anything, I was full support.
We revved y'all up.
I think is this, the major concern is this every year,
no,
we have to look forward to this every fall? I think that's our major.
it's the first time it's ever happened, and I'm sure it'll never happen again.
So, when we brainstormed like maybe charging a small tip fee to help offset the costs of the chair. I know, we run a little tire recycling facility and those machines aren't cheap and blades are expensive, and have a little tip fee, maybe that'll help offset the cost of having someone come in
And we will adjust the policies at our green waste facility in the next couple of city council meetings. Things will change
Okay.
from now on.
That was my next question, because people come to my house, if the green waste, you guys closed it a while ago, come and dump it.
yeah,
They want to dump
Look
it
for
at my
somewhere to
house
dump
or
it.
the feedlot that's right there. They come and
Couldn't
dump
go up to
there.
the garbage dump.
Yeah.
so that's not really your
Thank you
problem.
for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Discussion and consideration of approving.
Whoa,
What?
please.
What did I do?
Can I steal just a moment of the public
Yeah.
time?
Please.
Just to let you know,
You're part of the public.
okay. So I just wanted to make you aware, I got an update on the gas leak. And so they're having to dig up the road up there. The gas company's coming in and digging up the road. It's gonna take a little longer than anyone anticipated. And they're actually bringing in some gas trucks to supply gas to the neighborhood. Because
Let
it's
him suffer. I
wintertime.
went without gas for a week when it was cold. They won't hurt him.
Until it's squared away. So just in case you get calls, that's
All
what's
right.
going on up there.
Thank you.
Wow. Must be a big one.
Okay. Can I go now?
So I don't want to
I guess
start a
not.
wood fire up there
No.
to keep my house warm.
Or smoke a cigarette.
Discussion and consideration of approving September warrant register. Questions on that?
Make a
I'll make a
motion, we
motion.
approve it.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Discussion and consideration of approving the September financial statements.
I move we approve the September financial statements.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Diana, seconded by Lyle H. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Discussion and consideration of adopting resolution 19-49, approving Lookout Point subdivision Phase 1 subdivision development agreement. Any questions on this in council?
I'll make a motion, we adopt resolution number 19-49.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Jeffrey, seconded by Diana. Roll call.
Brett, aye. Lyle H. aye.
Jeff, aye.
Diana, aye.
Lyle Vance, aye.
Thank you. Discussion and consideration of adopting resolution 19-50, approving a professional services agreement with Storia Graph LLC to perform a reconnaissance level survey with the intent to create a National Historic District nomination or multiple property submission to the National Park Service for an area boundary being approximately 300 south to 600 north from 400 west to 300 east. Any questions for Sean?
Mr. Mayor, could I just say one thing, just to
Yes.
clarify that? I was just going to mention, so the intent is to establish a district, but if the reconnaissance level survey suggests that we don't have a concentration of historic houses that would be approved by the National Park Service, then they might do a multiple property submission, which is essentially going in and nominating specific properties to be on the National Register.
That's how, there's only one way to find out, and that's by doing the survey.
Sounds like a deal.
I'll make a motion that we adopt resolution number 19-50.
Motion made by Lyle H.,
I'll second it.
second by Diana. Roll call.
Brett, aye. Lyle H. aye.
Jeff, aye.
Diana, aye.
Lyle Vance, aye.
Thank you. Discussion and consideration of approving ordinance 19-13, establishing a new zone district entitled the Aspen Ridge Overlay Zones and amending the Tremonton City Zone for parcel 05-186-0056 that totals 15.4 acres or less to be rezoned from a residential district R120 to an underlying zone district of residential multiple district RM16 and an overlay zone district of the Aspen Ridge Overlay Zone. Questions on this, council?
I think they've really done their homework, and I think they've answered questions for the neighbors, and I feel good about that, so I make a motion to approve ordinance number 19-30.
And I'll second that.
Motion made by Jeffrey, seconded by Lyle H. Roll call.
Brett, aye. Lyle H. aye.
Jeff, aye.
Diana, aye.
Lyle Vance, aye.
Thank you. Calendar items, we talked about our calendar items. Any assignments that we have?
Mr. Mayor, can I go back to the calendar real quick?
Please.
Just inform the council. You might recall that we did engage a consultant to come out and do a study on the fire service. And part of that process is going to include talking to the fire department itself, talk to them about some of the preliminary findings. Essentially, he's assembled some statistics about coverage, the amount of calls, the types of calls, the nature of the calls as far as them being overlapping, things like that. And so as part of this process, he wanted to essentially run those numbers by the group and then also kind of garner a conversation and dialogue with the group. And so I was going to make you aware that that meeting was occurring. The intent is to take that information as part of the process and then ultimately come and report to the city council. The mayor, I believe, is going to be present.
I hope somebody else can come to that too.
When is it?
When is it?
So it looks like it's going to be the 3rd. Now, I didn't,
The 3rd of December?
no, the 3rd, 13th. 13th of November, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
13th.
Yeah, I don't know what the 3rd came from.
What day is that? Is that a Wednesday, the 13th?
At night?
Yes.
I think it's going to be at
I'm out.
6.
I'm out.
Okay. Well, in some ways, I wanted to make you aware of it, and I don't know if we want to turn it into a city council meeting, and so I need to check the definition, if there's more people who want to attend, but I was more or less wanting to know kind of where we're at in the process, let you know that you may or may not hear, discussions about it. The intent is to, as just part of the process, have that conversation with the fire department, and ultimately bring all that information back to the city council for kind of a conclusion and recommendation. So,
If anybody, I plan on going, and if somebody else can come, and I think they would appreciate it.
I've been hit by so many of them, I'd like to come,
Yeah.
see
Okay.
what's going on.
Is
so
that
I think,
right?
yeah, I think there's certainly, we could have up to essentially 3 before it being a meeting. So I think
Yes.
if you and the mayor want to to be present, that could work, and then we could report back.
Is that good?
That's on a Wednesday night.
You guys should have the opportunity where you're gonna be here longer than me and Diana.
Yeah, but I got activities that night, I can't go.
Okay. Just like, we'll plan on that in a while, okay?
Did we know what time, man?
6.
The 13th?
And he doesn't do anything on Wednesday night, so.
You loser.
Yeah, I know. What about Lionel Holmgren? Is he coming?
What? I would love to, at 6 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
For how long?
4 hours.
An hour. But do-
I probably could. I have to leave for another meeting, but.
Okay.
Let's
And
see
it's
what
not
we'll-
mandatory too, I mean, we can certainly keep you posted, I just wanted you to know where we're at in the conversation.
Uh-huh.
And
So if 3 of us show up, then
We're all right.
I think you're okay with 2 councilmen and the mayor. I think if you have 3.
As long as you
you're
don't
in trouble.
have a majority.
They changed that rule, but we'll be fine with it.
Okay.
Change the rule.
I agree.
Even if they count me as part of the council, I can't vote, but still, I'm one of them.
But that doesn't make a majority of the seat.
No, I can't help it. The state changed that a year or so ago, a couple of years ago. So, but we'll do it anyhow.
Okay.
Because you're,
Go to jail. All right, anything else? That's good. I totally forgot about that because we got sidetracked on other issues.
We'll work something out, I don't know if we'll quite do.
All right.
The go to jail part.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. And what else? Do we need anything else on the calendar items? City council, city manager reports, anything, Sean?
Only if you want to hear some information on some of the developments we're doing, I can spend some time doing that, but otherwise I don't have anything. If you want a DRC report, I have some slideshows I can show you some of the developments we're discussing, but whatever you'd like me to do.
I think Diana wants to leave.
I really, really want to leave. My house is going up in flames.
This is good for you to be here then.
Is it?
So I can certainly catch you up at another meeting if you'd rather.
Yeah, let's do January.
You are such a star. All right, we'll put it off. City, reports. Council reports. Brett?
You know, it's election day and it may be a little early, but I just want to tell Diana and Jeff, thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. And I just have loved,
Yeah, don't
I've
start
loved
that.
working with you guys. You've been great mentors and great friends, and thank you for everything you've done.
Now, hit the punchline there.
But.
I just appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. I have really loved learning so much here. It's been great, and working with everybody.
it's good.
Anything else, Brett?
No.
Bob?
Thanks for coming and doing a little report. I guess there's been called on this too, and it sounds to me like the city's making an effort to do something. It might take a little time to get it all cooled off, but it looks like there's some efforts being made now, and there should be some activity hopefully tomorrow.
There was today, and Rups are supposed to be.
Reps are supposed to be there tomorrow. I know they figured it was a little hot, but could the fire department water it down a little bit?
They might have to.
That's
It
what I'm
only
wondering.
take about 2 million gallons of water.
Make sure you use canal
Up by
water.
Micah's house, that little orchard they build, they burn a few of those trees. That thing's still going.
Yeah.
It just amazed me.
Yes, and there's a big pile.
Yeah.
And it's a big pile.
A big pile.
Anyway, there's been, concerns and everything. We hopefully can address some of that now.
Jeffrey?
Have nothing.
Diana?
No, I was just gonna say, I have asthma at my house too, and when people burn their fields, we have the same issues, so I feel really bad. We had no idea that it was gonna be that bad, so.
Do you have
Like we
asthma
said-
just at your house then?
Can you just,
It's full of crap.
She knows I love her.
anyway, so, yeah, like he said, it probably won't happen again. Sorry.
No, we didn't want to be the complaining citizen, but we
Oh,
felt like we had.
If you put that on a complaint level from 1 to 10, you're .00001, so
Well,
we owe you.
we
Just
felt like we
making
needed
us
to come say
aware.
something though, so.
Oh,
We've
thank you.
perhaps heard worse than that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just wait, so we're just getting warmed up.
We could talk pig plant or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
January can't come early enough, can it?
Wow.
One thing, so is this gonna be on the agenda for next council meeting, the green, and also we need to get the water rates on the agenda?
Oh, yes.
I agree, and I've had a hard time catching up with Curtis. I really do need Curtis to participate, and he's deep in getting the financial statements prepared, but it hasn't gone forgotten. And I just kind of fret about it, frankly, because I know it's an issue we need to
Big
take care
time.
of, so.
So the green waste and that, it's got to get on
Yes, it'll be on the
So-
next agenda.
The green waste, we were planning to put on the next agenda when Paul was available,
Mhm.
so we could talk about it as a group. And I am very much aware of the fees and the need to, to have, reassemble this committee and have the conversation again.
Yeah, so let's reassemble that as soon as we can.
I'll reach out to
Okay.
him, but I just know I just haven't had a chance to get a response from him. That's kind of what I'm waiting on, frankly, so.
Well, and we may be able to reassemble it without him, just to kind of get the ball rolling at least.
Well, we could do that. I think some of the model, and I revisited the spreadsheet to a degree but I just didn't know exactly what some of the numbers he had built into it. And that's where I sort of felt like it could really benefit from him.
I just appreciate the job that you guys do. Great job, Diana and Jeffrey, the meeting won't be different without Jeffrey.
Less colorful.
Less colorful.
This isn't goodbye yet, you
I
guys.
know.
I know.
We're just kind of looking forward to the day you're not here.
You're looking forward.
Okay, now I'm feeling better.
There it goes, Bo.
Yeah, that's
The truth comes out.
All right. We have one more motion, guys.
I'll make the motion we adjourn.
I second it.
Motion made by Lyle, seconded by Brett. Lyle, man.
Aye.
Jeff. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey. What do you think?